All right, guys. Welcome to our wedding. This is going to be a very sort of informal thing. There is no what do they call it? An officiant pastor. Yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay, I'm the officiant, and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me.
Okay, here go the L. Y'all didn't go to this conference to learn how to be the best man. You went to this conference to talk shit on women, and then you got suckered into a wedding.
Nigga, what?
If you don't know who Donovan Sharp is, he's considered a red pill guru, one of the leaders in the manosphere. He touts himself as somebody that young men should emulate in terms of how they should live their life. Well, we did a previous video in which it was exposed that he's been lying about a lot of his life, like much of these red pill people. Take a look.
Any man who marries a woman past the age of 23 years old, you're getting leftovers. But yeah, David, listen, man, I'm not trying to be mean-spirited, but you married a single mom. Like, post-wall women, they get married all the time, but the men they get married to are very low value. They're beta males. They're pushovers. They're not real men. They're not the men that arouse these women.
So credits where credit's due. This man makes fun of other people's spouses and different things like that. Claims he would never date a single mom. Well, somebody pulled up his quote-unquote girlfriend's bankruptcy records, because those are public records that anyone has access to, and they found some interesting information.
Devin is one of just a few women I've dated, older women I've dated, who didn't have any kids when I met them. But again, they're the exceptions. Devin is my girlfriend. She is not my wife. We have never been married. She is not a single mother, and we have not adopted anybody. I got a 13-year-old niece that stays here at least twice a week, because Olivia, she's 14 years old now, and she's a beautiful girl. She could.
And so as we now look at her application on the screen and go to the section describing her household, it states, do you have dependents? Yes. Does dependent live with you? Yes. Dependent's age, 10 years old. Dependent's relationship to debtor 1. Daughter.
All right, they're trying to expose him for being the guy who married a single mother by telling other guys not to marry single mothers. When it comes to a connection and chemistry, you cannot control who you like or control the person that likes you back. In a lot of cases, you may like a woman who have children. It's just that you have to decide if you want to take on that extra stress.
I want to make something clear here. I don't care what kind of woman you choose to be your girl. Be with who you want to be. You want to date a single mom? I don't care. What I don't, and what I think is very laughable, is you run a course, you have video clips making fun of other men for dating single moms.
Contradicts everything Donovan Sharp has taught his audience about the types of women to avoid, going all the way back to his days when he wrote for Return of Kings, to his free ebook called 16 Ways to Immediately Disqualify Her for a Relationship, where he states that single mothers should be avoided as they make for the worst girlfriends, wives, and mothers.
I was a single mom. And yes, listen, I know single moms are bad and this and that and the other, but we all got to start somewhere.
See, this is what's happening. In this space, once again, I keep trying to tell guys, everybody has a girlfriend. Everybody has a wife. Everybody has a woman behind the scenes that does the content. Everybody. But everybody has to come on here like they have the weak man's back. The guy that can't get the women back, the incel mindset dudes back. But behind the scenes, a lot of these dudes are doing the complete opposite of what they are telling you. That's why I say red pill is good when you're hurting. It's not good when you're looking for brotherhood in it, because you're part of a delusion that doesn't exist.
I met you when you were 32. You are an older woman. Devin, my girlfriend, is an older woman. Okay. Yes, my girlfriend is an older woman. She turned 36 back in February. I misled my audience about Devin's age, but I did that for privacy purposes. Just listen, Dev is 45.
Every day you get online and you lie about the fact that that woman has a daughter. That the woman that you call your girl, your wife, has a daughter. And not only are you lying about it, you lying about the fact that your girl's old, which is fine, but you lying about it while telling other people to not wife up used goods. That's what you say.
But why would Donovan continue to play this? It's simple. The men are so hurt. They don't care about the truth. The lie feels better. In this space, if you want to last a long time, you really got to hate them. The moment you start appearing normal, your audience isn't going to want to be there anymore. I'm a prime example. When I jump back on my bot shit in the next week or so, Watch how the views go all the way back up when I play the game, when I play the role. But whenever I'm being realistic, you lose everybody. Because it's simple as this, like a wise man told me. When you correct a fool, they gonna hate you for life. You correct a wise man, they'll respect you forever. In this space, it's filled with fools who are emotional. So the moment we start speaking the truth, they don't want to come around no more. But you can get them back just by putting down a woman. So the true nature of the content is always put down a woman. You go outside of that, you lose your YouTube career.
All right, guys, welcome to our wedding. This is going to be a very sort of informal thing. There is no what do they call it? An officiant pastor. Yeah, I'm the officiant. Okay, I'm the officiant, and I run this. So we're going to exchange vows. She's got a few words for me. I've got for her, and then I will, by the power vested in me, Donovan Sharp. She's in life.
Got a word for her. Would you want to be my hoe and only hoe for the rest of our lives?
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, here go the L. The L is you're marrying a woman in a room full of men that came down to talk shit on women. Let's establish that. Y'all didn't go to this conference to learn how to be the best man. You went to this conference to talk shit on women, and then you got suckered into a wedding. So you not supposed to get married. You not supposed to be with single mothers. Your woman's not supposed to be on display for all guys. Like, I'm sorry, but don't you think her cleavage is out and her dress is a little short? The little stuff we tell you to avoid in a woman? How does she have all the red flags that are taught to you? And yet you guys are congratulating this shit.
Nigga, what?
This only makes men look dumber. It doesn't make any sense. The whole story, how you got to this, doesn't make sense at all. None of it. Let's get back to it.
See those people clapping? I refuse to believe that's family and friends. Because I don't care how cringy and red pill you are, there is no way your family and friends would clap at that kind of speech. I think this guy paid people to be in the audience.
I don't think he paid people to be in the audience. I think you guys paid to go there, right? Spiritual Alpha, did y'all have to pay to go there, or did he pay you to come? Let us know. You paid for the wedding. What happened, bro?
Yes, yeah. Go.
Alright, ready?
I'm ready.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose womanhood. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted.
The rent is due.
You know what? I got to give it to Donovan. I got to. Because he's willing to marry a woman who's willing to humiliate herself in order to make other men feel better about themselves. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? So this is this is what it is. Let's get back to it.
Every day, and to not take things for granted.
Skip, stop. You can push this off.
Each day, when we wake up, we choose womanhood. You have taught me that the rent is due every day and not to take things for granted. A healthy garden takes watering, pruning, and attention in order to flourish. Thank you for demanding the best in me always. I promise to stand beside you, walk behind you, and be a reliable source of peace for you.
I promise to stand beside you, to walk behind you, and to be a reliable source of peace for you. Okay, that's nice words.
I promise to show you my love through my actions, words, and thoughts. Together our lives are great, and the sky is the limit. I love you, and I'm happy to be with you. Really good.
Go Birds, baby. Cindy, This has been a hell of a ride. And the way we met was very unorthodox. Our relationship is very unorthodox. You're wearing a wedding ring now because
Yeah, I found out you were a single mom, and I still got with you, even though I think dating with single moms is a waste of time. And I've been lying to everyone about the fact that you're a single mom. It's been a wild ride. It's crazy.
And they're right. Listen, they're just exposing Donovan, right? If you knew what I knew behind the scenes, you wouldn't fuck with any of these people either. The whole game is rigged. The only ones that are losing are the men that's coming on here thinking that you have some type of brotherhood and thinking that you have some type of friends. No, you're curing your loneliness, but you ain't going nowhere. It's not helping you advance as a man. We got my man Spiritual Alpha. He says, I showed up with other creators, bro. Big shout out. At least you didn't show up by yourself. We got my man Jay Carter Places. He said she knew what she was doing. Don Coolio says Anthony Spade, Myron Gaines had to do the eulogy, but he bailed, end up not showing up. I wouldn't have showed up either, bro. Sorry, I wouldn't have showed up either. What do Myron need to show up here for? When Myron throws his conferences, those things sell out. Big audiences. And you know what I'm saying? You seen the Fresh and Fit when they put theirs together? It was a little different. You know what I'm saying? After Fresh and Fit did theirs, and then you see this, you wouldn't have did it either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like, at some point, it doesn't make any sense for these conferences. They don't. All it allows is the lonely guy at home that had the money to buy the ticket. Now you got a reason to go out the house. You got some boys to go hang out with. You paid to have a friendship. You paid to feel like you're in a brotherhood. That's what a lot of those guys are there for. They want to, hey man, I feel like you're family because I watch you on TV. I watch you on YouTube. I feel like you're family. That's why they're there. They think they have friends, but they're going backwards watching somebody else advance. Like, I got to give it to Donovan again. You got to. You're able to become one of the big red pill leaders. It's like Rolly Tomasi. He's married too. Everyone gets to talk their shit, and the audience just says, yeah, man, and completely ignores the realization. It's like the Polite situation. Like, anybody know the nigga brother Polite? The biggest scammer, the most woke activist black dude is now in jail for molestation of his stepdaughter. But you still got niggas like, yo, he the truth, man. He's the truth. He's like, some people are so weak and so desperate for friends, you believe any reality that's given to you. While the rest of the world that live a life, we from the outside and we look in like, look at these whack ass niggas. That's facts. Real men don't complain about no woman. They live up to the competition. They better themselves. There's no reason for me to go to these fucking shits and join people. I can get views by myself. Let's get to it.
How much you've been lying about who you are and what you've done, and your age, everything else, because you're actually much older than I originally claimed, but I lied because I have an image to maintain.
Because, well, there you go. You've been learning for 7.5 years, but, like I said, you.
Hold on. So she's been wearing a wedding ring for the past 7 years. So they've actually been living a married person lifestyle for 7 years, and now he's coming forward. I can tell you what Donovan is probably getting ready to do with his career. The same thing that the roommates did when they got married and publicized it. Their career dropped. Not only did it drop, it fell off the face of the planet the moment they got married and showcased it. I think that's what's getting ready to happen here with Donovan, because you really needed to keep your audience hating women to keep them coming back to you.
I bring out the best in you, but you make me happy. I was happy before you.
You know what I thought he was going to say? I think he was going to say, I bring out the best in you, but you don't really bring out the best in me. I do that myself. I bring out the best in you. I bring out the best out of you, because listen, I don't really need you. I just need my homies, because men and women can't be, I don't know, just
homies over home, do the homie.
Do the homie. That's what it makes me think of.
He is giving a speech where he still has to show he cares, but also show he's the dominant one. He don't want to look weak in front of the dudes. But it's more like, bro, sorry, but you've already made the mistake here.
For 7.5 years, but you know, like I said, I bring out the best in you, but you make me happy.
I like how it started with you. I bring out the best in you. It sounded like he was about to compliment her, and he went, "Nah."
And then it doesn't.
I make you better, stupid.
I was happy before you, and if you and I decide to part ways for whatever reason, I'll be happy without you.
Once again, got to prove he's red pill in front of the guys. Got to prove he's red pill in front of the boys. Let me act cool in front of these guys. Like, you have to understand, I don't want a woman, and you shouldn't want a woman where you sit up and literally snake diss her in front of people to make you feel better, but for views. Like, she's technically sitting there looking like, yeah, let me just be your little do girl. Let me just be your little whatever. Like, I'm going to be honest, guys. You don't want a woman like that. You want a woman where you and her are seeing eye to eye. You don't want a puppet. The puppet is only making him look weak as a man. If you're able to talk down to your woman to try to impress other dudes, bro, that ain't cool. That's only weak man shit. If you really with somebody that you love and that you want to be with and that you really respect, I'm sorry, but you're not going to try to make yourself look like you're just the head dominant person in the relationship. That's what weak, insecure people do. You see it all the time where couples get out in public and they start arguing and stuff, putting each other on Front Street because they're so insecure. And then eventually the relationship is going to end. So understand, guys, you're learning what men are supposed to be from a stupid point of view. If you're going to get married or at least be in a long-term relationship, make sure you respect a woman enough to the point where you don't gotta diss her in front of people. If you have to diss your woman in front of people to make yourself feel better, just don't get married, bro. Like, that's real talk. Just don't get married.
I don't care what nobody says. There's never a day in life where you can convince me this is not the most loserish shit ever. You want to love the woman that you love and share these kind of weird vows, and that's fine. Doing this for content, doing a Q&A afterwards, or doing vows where you're essentially like, yo, I was happy before you, and I'm going to be happy after you. It's like, holy
But
shit.
I'm happy about the way you made me happy because I made you.
Right. It doesn't make any sense. The alignment of words don't make any sense. But to the person who's bitter, it makes a lot of sense because it's just the phrases. Remember, I told you, men are online are obsessed with phrases. That's why people use the same titles over and over again. People are like, oh man, this title ain't work. Let me go grab a title I did 3 months ago and see if that worked. People fall in love with the phrases. You have the same phrases, then the audience keeps coming back. That's how come when he's telling her, oh, I love you, but I don't love you. I love you, but I don't love you. I care about you, but guess what? If you wasn't here, then I'll do that. It's like, dude, you're pretty much saying if you leave me, I'm going to be very heartbroken. That's what he's really saying. Whenever you got to kind of threaten someone, it's a threat. Say it's not a threat. Oh, if you weren't here, then I'll be happier anyway. It's a reverse dry threat. Like, I'm just letting you know you should treat me good because even if it doesn't work, that's insecure talk, bro. Men, respect the woman that you're with. Respect her. It's good for the red pill to teach you about the bad woman, but you have to understand, if you're about to get married, why would you treat her like the bad woman? It doesn't make sense. And I told you guys, you have more men now treating dime pieces like fucking hood rats and then treating hood rats like fucking dime pieces. But Donovan on the same thing. He got his girl out there dressed in sleazy, bro. Like, come on, get real.
That's a crazy bar. That's a crazy bar. I was happy before you. I'm going to be happy after you.
Yo.
But I'm happy to be with you because I made you. Where you going?
Yo, deadass, when red pill dudes do marriages, I feel like it gotta be like this. Yo, Listen, I'm killing it.
Did you bring a whole lot?
I'm killing it, baby.
Did you bring a
I
whole?
made you. I did everything. Eh? Hey, look at me. I marry me, baby. I pronounce us me and me.
And you guys keep in mind, I can take a joke and laugh at them because they did a segment on me too. You got to realize Alba and Preach ditched the hell out of me too. Y'all know that. They got a whole video on me. So I can laugh because I don't take things serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could crack a joke on Anthony Spade and I'm still cool. So understand, like, I'm not joining them to put Donovan down. They have did videos on me too. I'm just speaking the obvious. This red pill shit is corny on that level that it's been shown. I'm sorry, it's corny.
For eternity. You wasn't about to kiss yourself?
I kiss myself every night. How can I not? You ever catch a mirror and catch your reflection? When you a red pill man, you gotta love it. Blue pill beta bitches.
And I've never really had someone like you. I really haven't. I'm glad that I made you into the woman you are today. And I'm glad that you continue to hold.
He said, I'm glad I made you into the woman that you are today. Bro, she's 45 years old. You ain't make nothing, my homie. You did not make nothing. You are the standard stand-in, light-skinned guy that ends up with the middle-aged white woman. I'm sorry. This ain't nothing new. It's given. It's given. You don't even need no game to get one of them. Let's get to it.
That standard. Success is really, really cool to have, to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone to share with. And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.
Did he say man and wife? Did he say that?
Yeah. Because he's a man.
Wasn't nothing wrong with that.
Want to be a husband?
Wasn't nothing wrong with that.
That would be simpish. That's logic. No?
But if that's your wife, then you're her husband. I don't even understand that.
No.
Really, really cool to have, to be financially successful, but it's much, much sweeter when you have someone to share with.
And I agree with Donovan on that. When you do reach a level of success, you don't want to always be going on vacations by yourself, going out to eat by yourself. Like a lot of you guys that sit up and play video games, you try to portray an image online. Like you go do all this exciting stuff by yourself and you don't need a woman. No, you're going to get sick of doing a lot of things by yourself. And when you become financially successful and you can pay to do things, it's good to have somebody next to you, you know, that have mutual respect. It just makes the day better. Everybody don't want to die alone. Nobody wants to be alone. It only sounds good when you're bitter and you're putting on your defense mechanism. I don't need anybody. Get out of here. I can do it by myself. That's cool when you're going through the bitter process. But when the situation has been over for years and now you're 4 years away from the bitter situation, it starts to get a little lonely. If you got hurt 2-3 years ago and you still haven't moved on, life sucks to be stuck inside of a time period that doesn't exist anymore. So he's correct. He's reached financial stability, but he also has to understand you got there by dissing the type of woman that you're marrying now. I'm going to say it again. You got there by dissing the type of woman you're marrying now. Let's get back to it.
And so, by the power vested in me, I pronounce us man and wife.
I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna give them a. Sorry, I'm not gonna knock that due to the simple fact that him and her have been together, living together, operating together for a very long time. I'm not gonna knock this wedding. I'm not gonna knock the fact that he's found love. That woman has been by his side, helping him build up his company online. I have to say, give it to him. She was even able to come on here and make herself look like a damn clown to make him look cool inside of a room full of guys. So you have to give it to him. So I'm not going to tell you guys not to go through this process. The only thing that makes his situation bad is the fact that he's telling you not to do it with the same results. That's why I don't understand guys. When your leaders are the complete opposite of what you're expecting, what do you men do now? What happens if Myron gets married? What do you do? Poor Man Podcast is already married. MTR got women. AMS women. What happens when the people you start to look up to in the manosphere start get married? Angry Man's married. But that's a whole different side. That's like black. What they call that? Black YouTube, where you got the Anton Daniels, the Angry Mans, and all. Like they got their Lapeef network. Like they got their own little thing over there. You know, they got their own little section. All of them are married. But everybody yet comes online with the mindset of a single bitter man. And the single bitter man thinks he's found a partner, which now you can look and understand why girls don't want you. You can't even pick the right leader. You picked a fucking con artist. So if you can't even pick a proper leader to lead you in the right direction, what makes you think you deserve a fucking woman? You've been getting played by coming here thinking that you're learning some shit. The men that think they're part of a brotherhood when you come into the red pill space, you're losing your life. And you're helping someone else accomplish their dreams. So understand, everybody in the space has a woman. They're not going to make this much amount of money and be alone. They're not going to make this much amount of money and sit at home and play video games. You know what them YouTube checks look like? What do you need to be bitter with a check like that for? That's what you men have to understand. Coming on here every day, you're ultimately losing. Because you're inside of a facade. You're inside of a world where you think all the men are running away from women. All the men are avoiding women. Women are mad. Men don't want them. Oh man, girls are getting frustrated. Men don't want them. Independent women wondering, where are all the good guys at? But the people telling you got a woman. The people telling you got a wife. They're telling you not to be what they've already committed to. Now you just stuck on the island by yourself like, yeah, all of us guys, we ain't fucking with women no more. yeah. Until late night, now you're to the type of bride you hate it. Why they going home with their wife that you're not allowed to have. The subscribers are not allowed to have a girlfriend. You're not allowed to have a wife. You're not allowed to be with a single mother. You're not allowed to be with a girl who dresses provocative. You're not allowed to be in a relationship at all. Only the leader. I guess you can see how the mass murderer Jim Jones got 900 people to take themselves out, right? I guess now you're able to see the girl that broke your heart and brought you here, why she didn't want you. Hell, you're under a fucking delusion now. You're under a delusion now. Like this is like if this ain't the biggest wake up call to you whack niggas, I don't know what else is. At least you know what makes Coach Greg Adams the GOAT. He's already been married for a long time. And when he got out of it, he already had the experiences. He speaks to you from a realistic point of view. That's always been my number one. That's what makes him the GOAT. He ain't backtracking on nothing that he said. And he got a pretty girlfriend that drives a Lambo. So you guys have to understand that you ultimately have to get up as a man and break this facade that you are in. This hallucination of all men don't want women. All men don't want to get married. All men are walking away from relationships. Men have given up. All men are going MGTOW. No, that's the hallucination. This is your fucking wake-up call right here. If you ask me, this is one of the red pill founders next to Rolly Tomasi. Some of you dudes would bring up Kevin Samuels. I'm sorry, but Donovan Sharp is the birth of Kevin Samuels. There would be no Kevin Samuels if it wasn't for Donovan Sharp. Donovan Sharp helped him get ready for this shit. Donovan Sharp was already doing that. Donovan Sharp put Kevin out there. You have to understand, this is the leader right here. Top. This is Fresh and Fit came birthed from this. Kevin Samuels was birthed from Donovan. Donovan was the first ones doing the studios and shit. This is red pill. It's Rolly Tomasi and him. And then you start going down the chain. Y'all got to get out the island of men only and start waking up and realizing your leaders are living a good life. And they're happy. They just got to pretend to share the same misery as you, so you keep bringing your ass back.
And the man, if you don't know who...
Damn, where was that at? We watched that. All right, they don't say no more. All right. Let's get over to the Jeezy video. All right, let's see what we got here. No questions. All right. Question. At the end, great question. At the end of the day, they all got a woman, whether they tricking, pimping, or playing. Get yours, brothers, but lead in your situation. He's absolutely right. That's what I want you guys to do. I need you guys to get out, and I need you to start really taking on life, man. Life is so much fun when you're taking on life. Follow me on Twitter too, because I'm heavy in the stock market right now. Like, I haven't been really posting on Instagram. Instagram's mainly my car shit. My if you look up Anthony Spade, Talk to Me Nice podcast on Twitter, we're heavy on the stock market now. I'm putting stock tips out every single day. So make sure you guys get on over there. I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there. But life is fun when you as a man, you start to chase and achieve things, and then you come across a woman that you like. Life is not fun when you've put success to the side and all you're chasing is love. When you're leading your life looking for love, you're going to get hurt because you haven't made the adjustments. You haven't made yourself into the man that you're supposed to be to know what type of woman you're going to be with. My advice to you guys, at some point, you're gonna have to, and I may be killing my career saying this, you're gonna have to leave the red pill alone, bro. This Donovan situation is just showing you every man want to be happy. You got to start going for your happiness. You have to start chasing it, because we're chasing our dreams. We're living out our dreams. The content creators, we're living it out. We get paid more than enough money, bro. There's no reason for any of us to get bitter. But when we're jumping in and out of character like that, it's going to hurt the content creator to fake it. I think Donovan is at a level where he's tired of faking it. He's happy with that woman. That woman makes him feel good. And he can't hide it. As much as he fighting it like, yeah, no, I'll be good without you too. I think this man has really found the love of his life. I'm sorry, but they look like they really love each other, bro. Like, they really look like they love each other. And I need you guys to look at that as motivation for yourself.